First at 10, we're in a weather watch alert. You can probably hear the sounds of the rainforest out there tonight with heavy rain and flooding concerns. We'll talk timing plus another round for this weekend.
As live team coverage tonight, Jake Garcia is in the storm tracker, and we'll hear from him in just a moment about the road conditions in Hartford. But we begin with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. So, Rach, just how long will this storm stick around?
Well, it looks like the worst part of this storm is happening right now through just before daybreak tomorrow morning. And then after that, after the sun comes up, we're talking about some lingering lighter showers. But in the meantime, it's just pouring out there for parts of the state. We'll show you in parts of New London County where we're seeing some heavier downpours around Norwich, Griswold, and Plainfield. That continues up the 395 corridor into Putnam, and also some moderate rain right now in Hartford too. And as we widen things out, you'll see more downpours developing to the south and just a train of rain heading in as we head through the overnight hours. So we wanted to make sure that you guys were aware. That's why we issued this weather watch alert that there could be some poor drainage flooding, keeping an eye on basements if your basement tends to flood, and some rivers and streams may rise as well. Lingering showers will continue into Thursday. However, they won't be as heavy as what we're anticipating overnight. So temperatures will be pretty steady, staying in the 40s. There's no icing or clearly no snow with temperatures like that. And by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, again, we have lingering lighter showers. That being said, I would check in with the morning show crew, because if there is some flooding overnight, it is possible that there may still be some road closures in parts of the state tomorrow as well. Temperatures will stay pretty flat tomorrow, meaning they don't climb or drop a lot, right in the upper 40s. And we will tend to dry things out as we head through the afternoon, so we're fine for the evening commute tomorrow night. We'll talk about another round of rain for this weekend. Your full forecast is coming up. Raining buckets out there tonight. Looks like the worst will be overnight, but we do have, again, at this point it would be weirder if it wasn't raining. We're going to get the heaviest to come through overnight, but we will continue to see scattered showers right into the morning commute. Here's how much rain has already come down, measuring anywhere between about a half an inch in eastern Connecticut, all the way up to an inch in Meriden and Waterbury, and an inch and a half of rain that came down over a relatively short period of time in Bridgeport. In total, we're anticipating 1 to 3 inches of rain. We're already hearing reports of people saying their backyards are starting to flood. They're seeing big puddles outside, and we're keeping an eye on basements too if yours tends to flood. This flood watch continues into early tomorrow morning. Some of the bigger rivers, though, will continue to rise as we head through the days ahead and may not even crest until this weekend, like the Connecticut River. And there is no flood watch for Litchfield County, where we likely end up on the lower end of that range. Then we have a break in the action, thank goodness, followed by another storm. This will be the third of the week, heading into Saturday night and Sunday morning, but we'll get to more on that in just a moment. I wanted to show you some of the areas where it is pouring right now. Oxford, Seymour, down through the New Haven area. Hamden Weather on X checking in with a report of about 1.5 inches of rain, so thank you for sharing that with us. Haddam, the rain is pouring at this moment, and that's heading towards East Hampton and areas farther north. This is our weather for tonight, so we still have to get through this rain. Then there might be a little lull, followed by another round of showers and downpours as we head closer to daybreak tomorrow. But even that follow-up round won't be as intense as what's coming through right now. So here's a look at the future radar, again showing those areas of heavy rain. This is 3:30 in the morning with another push of some downpours. I think after 6 a.m. we're left with scattered lingering showers, and while there could be a moderate downpour out there for some for the morning commute, overall it is much lighter in intensity than what we're seeing right now. Scattered showers will continue off and on into the morning, but I think by afternoon we're mainly starting to dry things out, although it will remain rather cloudy through the rest of the day and just kind of a damp feeling. So the morning commute still wet. Evening commute, things are fine. You don't need to add any extra time to your drive. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees pretty much all day, and it also turns breezy with winds out of the north at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Then the sun comes out on Friday. If you think we're going to get 2 sunny days in a row, no, No, but we get one, and Friday will be glorious. But it looks like the rain timing for the weekend is good for the Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. I think we're dry during the day. We might even see some early sun. And then the rain returns heading into Saturday night and Sunday morning. Check this out. Snow in northern New England, but for us, we are just talking about rain that will come to an end heading into Sunday afternoon. But let's get a closer look at the Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're going to be there. I know a lot of you will as well. Temperatures in the upper 30s, around 9. Maybe you're getting to Hartford, setting up, picking your spot. In the low 40s around the time the parade is stepping off, and we're looking at high temperatures in the mid 40s as we head through.
Most at risk here.
I think that eastern Connecticut could see some of the highest totals, but we're already hearing reports of flash flooding, just big puddles in people's backyards that are already starting to fill up with water and turning muddy kind of all across the state. So we're all getting affected by this rain coming through tonight. And in terms of the flood risk, I do want to say I don't think it's as high end or as bad as what we had earlier this winter. That being said, if you have a basement that typically floods, this is one of those nights that you got to keep an eye on it. Taking a look at that rain, it is absolutely pouring from Farmington through Rocky Hill, Hartford, and that'll continue to work farther north through Hartford County, East Hampton, Columbia, seeing some of that heavy rain, and it's even heavier here from Killingly up through Putnam. We'll get this batch of downpours to come through. You're seeing a little bit more to the south for another push through the overnight hours, and then heading into tomorrow morning, these showers will end up sweeping through for the grand finale. I still think the worst, though, is going to be before daybreak tomorrow, but we will still see lingering showers into the morning, and we're anticipating a widespread about 1 to 3 inches. So overnight is the heaviest rain and poses the biggest risk for flash flooding. By tomorrow morning's commute, we're seeing lingering showers, but they're not as intense as what we're dealing with right now. That being said, there could still be some issues for the drive if there are some road closures overnight. Maybe that could kind of bleed into the morning commute, and then we're drying things out by the evening drive, but it stays cloudy and damp. We're talking about more rain for this weekend. Your full forecast coming up. We're feeling optimistic about the parade, so we're kind of between storm systems. Of course, we've got the rain coming down outside tonight, and we're on the weather watch for that, for the potential for some flooding issues. A break in the action heading through your Friday and also during the day on Saturday, with storm number 3 of the week coming through Saturday night into Sunday morning. And by that point, we'll be ready, waving the white flag, hoping to dry out. We've got rain heavy for about half of the state right now, and you're seeing some of those downpours. Goshen, Cornwall, New Hartford, Canton, Avon, Bloomfield seeing pouring rain, and some of those heavier downpours extending down through Rocky Hill. Our weather for tonight continues to come in from the south, so we still have plenty of rain to get through. And then towards daybreak, this little batch of showers will rotate through. So here's what that looks like on the future radar. Rain heavy at times continuing through the overnight. The worst is likely over before daybreak tomorrow. So daybreak is right around 6 a.m. After that, we're seeing some lingering showers, but they're not nearly as heavy. Still, I would check in with the morning show crew as if there is some flooding issues as we head through the overnight hours. Maybe there's some road closures just continuing from what we have overnight, and certainly wet roads out there to start off the day. But as we head through the afternoon, we start to dry things out. It's still cloudy and damp, and there might be a light sprinkle, but overall, as we head towards sunset, we're anticipating drying conditions. And then what is this? Actually clearing skies during the day on Friday with some sunshine. But I wanted to tell you, even after the rain comes to an end, the bigger rivers continue to rise. So the Connecticut River is forecast to crest heading into the weekend at minor flood stage, and the Connecticut River will crest for Haddam heading into minor flood stage also this weekend. So again, noticing that it's starting to rise, and that will continue to happen well after the rain finishes. All right, back to Friday's beautiful weather. We're looking at highs in the lower to middle 50s. We would have settled for dry at this point, but to throw in this sunshine, that's just an added bonus. And then for that Hartford parade forecast. Might start the day off with some sunshine. Temperatures will begin in the 30s, maybe 9 o'clock. You're starting to get to Hartford, setting up, picking a spot for that good route, or maybe you're in the parade. 11 a.m. when things are stepping off, temperatures are near 40, and we're looking at high temperatures climbing into the mid 40s, maybe even upper 40s as we head through the afternoon. Then as we head towards and after sunset, we get that rain to move in. It is a rainy start to the day on Sunday, but a dry finish. By the way, the rain that we are anticipating heading into Sunday morning is all snow for northern New England. So if you love skiing or snowboarding, it's looking good for some